Falcons fans, what in the world just happened? A 30-0 blowout against Carolina, at home, in front of your own fans. That wasn't just a loss, that was humiliation. And now, the entire city of Atlanta is asking one question: do we still believe in Michael Penix Jr.? Raheem Morris stepped up to the podium today, and his words just might decide how much faith this locker room, and this fan base, has left. After that disaster against the Panthers, Raheem Morris faced the media with the weight of an entire city on his shoulders. This wasn't just another press conference. This was damage control. The Falcons looked lifeless, hopeless, and the fan base is furious. So what does Raheem think about the state of this team? And most importantly, what about his rookie quarterback? The question came fast, and honestly it was brutal. Is Michael Penix Jr.'s job safe? Or is it time to look at Kirk Cousins? Imagine that, 6 games into the kid's NFL career, and people are already throwing him out the door. If I was up there, I would have lost it. But Raheem? He kept his cool. He stood tall and made it crystal clear. Mike is our quarterback. We've got a lot of confidence in Mike. We're moving forward with Mike. Mike is the guy. That's it. No hesitation. No cracks in the armor. Just full commitment to his rookie QB. And you know what? He deserves credit for that. Because even though Penix's numbers don't jump off the page, he's still learning. He's still adjusting to Zach Robinson's system. He's still a rookie trying to find his footing in the NFL. 6 starts, that's all he's had. 6. And already, people are asking if it's time to give up on him? That's madness. Look, has it been ugly at times? Absolutely. The offense has stalled. The decision-making hasn't always been sharp. But writing him off this early is not just unfair, it's reckless. Penix deserves the same patience as every other rookie quarterback in his draft class. He deserves the chance to grow, to fail, and to respond. And Raheem Morris, for all the times I've disagreed with him, nailed this one. He showed leadership. He showed calm in the middle of chaos. He backed his quarterback when the easy move would have been to open the door for Cousins. That matters, and it sets the tone for this locker room. So now, the question isn't, will Raheem bench Penix? The real question is, how much time do we give him? How many games does Michael Penix Jr. deserve before this fan base truly judges him? Falcons fans, I need to hear from you, right now. After that 30-0 beatdown, what's your confidence level in Michael Penix Jr.? Drop a number from 1 to 10 in the comments. Is he the future of Atlanta, or are you already losing faith? Let's put Michael Penix Jr.'s situation into perspective. Look around at his rookie class. Caleb Williams already has 20 starts. Jaden Daniels? 19. Bo Nix? 20. Drake May has 15. Even J.J. McCarthy, the only one behind him, is right there with more opportunities. And then there's Penix, sitting at just 6 starts. 6. So when people throw out these bench him for Cousins takes, it's not just unfair, it's lazy. Every young quarterback needs time, and Penix has barely had the chance to breathe in this league. What makes this even more important? The locker room believes in him. The coaches believe in him. The players talk about how much they respect him as a leader, how he owns his mistakes, how he faces the media and takes accountability when things go wrong. That's not something you can teach. That's something you either have or you don't, and Penix has it. Now, let's shift gears. Because while Raheem Morris defended his quarterback, he dropped a bombshell on the coaching staff. Wide receivers coach Ike Hilliard is gone. Fired. And the explanation? Performance-based, just like everything else in this business. Raheem called it a tough decision. Said it was about getting the players on the same page, about making sure the identity of the Falcons matched the standard they want to set. He stressed it wasn't about blame. But come on, let's be real. Of course this was about blame. When you cut a coach loose after a 30-0 embarrassment, you're sending a message: somebody has to pay. And here's the problem: scapegoat moves like this can backfire. Sure, It tells the locker room you won't accept poor performances. But it also tells them this: anyone could be next. That kind of fear can either light a fire, or it can tear a team apart. Raheem wants us to believe this was about direction. But to a lot of fans, this feels like deflection. A 30-point shutout isn't just on one position group. It's on the whole team. It's on preparation, effort, coaching, execution, top to bottom. And firing Hilliard doesn't fix the real issue: this offense has no pulse. Be honest, Falcons fans, do you think firing Ike Hilliard was the right move, or was this just a scapegoat play to cover up deeper problems? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. And here's where things start to get messy. Raheem Morris tried to explain the firing of Ike Hilliard by saying the receivers weren't producing, no touchdowns, wideouts starving for the football. But let's be real, was that really Hilliard's fault? No way. Because the truth is, there's only one man at the center of this offensive disaster, and his name is Zach Robinson. Think about it. Who's actually calling plays? Not Ike Hilliard. Who designs the offense? Not Ike Hilliard. The guy with the headset making every single decision on Sundays is Zach Robinson. So how does Hilliard get the axe while Robinson walks away untouched? That makes no sense. This is the problem: the Falcons' offense has been broken from top to bottom. And the stats prove it. EPA per play? 27th in the league. Passing game? 28th, near the absolute bottom. Even the run game, which was supposed to be this team's strength, sits in the middle of the pack at 13th. That's not just bad, that's embarrassing. And you're telling me that's the wide receivers coach's fault? No chance. That's on the offensive coordinator. That's on the scheme. That's on the head coach who hired him. Because when your offense looks this lifeless, the buck doesn't stop with a position coach. It stops at the top. And then Zach Robinson had the nerve to face the media and call that shutout performance a comedy of errors. A comedy? Falcons fans weren't laughing. That was painful. That was humiliating. It wasn't a comedy, it was incompetence. And it was his play calling that put this team in that position. At the end of the day, the finger pointing needs to stop. Because here's the truth: it's on Zach Robinson, and it's on Raheem Morris for putting him in charge. Firing Hilliard? That's smoke and mirrors. The real problem is still sitting in the booth on Sundays, and until that changes, this offense isn't going anywhere. Falcons fans, let's get real. Do you believe Zach Robinson is the right man to run this offense? Or is it time for Raheem Morris to take a hard look in the mirror and admit he made the wrong hire? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to see how many of you still have faith in this offensive coordinator. Here's the thing about accountability: it only matters if you actually change something. Zach Robinson sat in front of the media and said, "I take full responsibility for the offensive ineptitude against Carolina." Okay, but now what? Saying the words means nothing if the offense keeps looking the exact same. It's like apologizing to someone while doing the exact same thing you said sorry for. At some point, people stop believing you. That's the situation Zach Robinson is in right now. He can talk about responsibility all day long, but until the Falcons' offense finds an identity, it's just empty words. And let's make this clear: Bijan Robinson is not an identity. He's a weapon. He's a piece. But this team needs a system, a style, a heartbeat. Right now, it has none. So, Zach, here are 4 paths. Pick one and commit to it. Run heavy power attack. Lean on Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier like Detroit does with Gibbs and Montgomery. Punish defenses, set the tone. Play action passing game. Protect your rookie quarterback with misdirection. Make defenses respect the run and let Penix attack through the air. Quick rhythm passing. Short, fast throws. Build tempo, let your receivers create after the catch, and take the thinking off Penix's shoulders. Ball control offense. Methodically march down the field, chew clock, and keep the defense fresh. Pick one. Stick to it. Because what we saw against Carolina was an offense without a soul. And here's the urgency: Washington is waiting in Week 4. That defense is fast. That offense can put up points in bunches. If the Falcons walk into that game looking like they did against Carolina, it won't just be another loss, it'll be another embarrassment. The truth? Raheem's press conference didn't move the needle. Fans woke up frustrated, and they went to bed frustrated. Nothing has changed until this team proves it on the field. Falcons fans, I want to hear it from you. What identity should this offense build around? The run game? Play action? Quick tempo? Drop your answer in the comments, because right now, Atlanta is a team searching for its soul.